Rawr. We're not there yet. We're having crime problems already in our ski town. So we're gonna put a little police station in. I guess kids. I like how there's crime problem at the snow depot. Like, what's the crime problem exactly? Like, illegal snowball fights. It's the Gale de Tuque going on over there. Oh, I didn't notice this. Yeah. All right. So we might be getting to the point where we need to start seriously considering upgrading the highway ramp. Actually, let's follow this traffic. Where is it mostly? Is it a lot of it peeling off into industrial? Yeah. Maybe it's time for industrial to get its own ramp. The thing is, actually, it's this side of the highway that's providing. Well, I mean, we can do the right side fairly easily, actually, just by going like. There you go. You get a special off ramp, and then we can give them an on ramp as well. To try to alleviate some of it from that side. But it's really this end of the highway that had the big blockade. I might regret this later. And by later, I mean sooner. Whoa, don't curve like that. I just wanna cut across the highway here. Why are you not? Whoa, what the heck is going on? I wanna go up. Let's say 2 steps. Don't try to outsmart me, like, just... There we go. We'll see if this alleviates it at all. Because this lets them bypass the main intersection and get straight into the industrial area. So this might help. It may do absolutely nothing, but I guess we'll see. Worst case scenario, we can always delete it. That didn't cost us all that much money. And hopefully just alleviates some of that problem. I tell you, look at that. We're getting pretty nice, like pretty big town here. Over old low density residential where we started and punching out to the high density kind of high rise downtown. It's nice. We get that ongoing demand for more industrial, so we're going to keep plopping down our offices. Speaking of which, education, right? So yeah, we didn't really address this fully. Elementary school. Get another one on the main drag. That should bring... Still not enough. Oh boy. Okay. When we set up Central Park here, I should have put a school in. Our high school is also a problem. So we're going to put a high school in. Right here on Archer Street. Is that going to be enough? Not quite. We'll do a second one on Layton. That gets us kind of at least where we need to be. University we have plenty of capacity for. It was just the elementary and high schools that were the problem. So we'll get one more in. We should be okay now. Lots of kids getting bussed around, I'm sure. But we can live with that. That's not the end of the world. While we're at it, let's go ahead and put in, near the school zones, a bonfire pit and a bonfire pit. Just because It'll also help kind of bring up the value of the local area a little bit. Man, industry or offices is cranking away. Before we get too far into that, this is all... Okay, good. We're good to flood the area. So this, I guess, will turn into an office park. With our kind of wonky roads here. It gives us a nice buffer against the industrial and the other office space before we get into the residential. I do want to keep a bunch of this to be core residential area and kind of go more office-y as we break off further west, I guess we'll call that. Let's see here. Go straight across, and we'll bisect. And then we'll bisect here, giving us that. Actually, we can come straight across, and then we can do more chevron. We'll do every other one connected. And then we'll give you an offshoot and an offshoot. All right. We're coming along. I'm sure nobody in this town remembers the disaster of the man-made lake. Wonder if this actually, is this evaporated yet? Haven't really been paying attention to it. I think it would have. Oh, we're getting there. The hole is almost empty. Soon, actually, yeah, we might be able to get rid of some of this pretty soon. How are these doing? Looks empty to me. Let's see. Worst case scenario, it just washes out again, right? We're going to leave that one in place just until this is dealt with. So if we get some spillover, it's got somewhere to go where it won't wash out the road. But it does seem like we can get rid of these ones fully with no negative impact. Hey, all right. Okay, let's see. We got more curves, some dangerous curves ahead. This is looking empty, guys. We'll put this fire out, worst case scenario, if we flood anything by accident. Oh, man. I think we've recovered. Have we fully recovered from the... Oh, I accidentally killed the power to the treatment plant, which is not good. I think we did it. Yeah! All right. No more can you tell the... Well, I mean, there's still some evidence of the terrible, terrible mistakes. But overall, it's turned out quite well. Perfect. Okay. Well, since these guys are still having garbage problems, we're going to give the commercial zone its own garbage processing facilities. And that should take care of that. I mean, really, in effect, what we're doing here is building a second independent town that's just kind of a stone's throw from the main city. It's effectively what we're doing here. Oh, man, this traffic is still just bad news. We'll have to look into this. Actually, it's not that bad. It's clearing pretty quickly. It's just heavy traffic. The U-turners can make their U-turn if they need to. Yeah, it's not as bad as I was worried it was going to be. That's okay. All right. We have lots more office demand. We can start feeding that again. You know, overall, as far as a reboot goes, to pick things up kind of where we left off and start over, I think we're doing pretty well. Like, we've had some problems, I'll grant you that, and that we had that initial failure to launch, but we're doing okay. I mean, we have a not insignificant amount of money kicking around. We're growth, we have positive happiness, pretty significant positive population. We're doing okay here, all things considered. Especially since we're not using any real mods, we're not using any cheats. We're just pushing through. Alright, let's get more road planning done. This actually kind of looks like a Star Destroyer, when you think about it. You'd have like the bridge and the 2 balls. And then we'll give 1 boom boom. Oh, will it curve nicely? Yeah. Alright. That looks not bad. Now this one's going to be a little bit different, because we're kind of connecting the residential and the office zones a little bit here. To figure out how we want to do that for these. Like, this is all going to be heavy residential. So maybe we'll just do straight across, like, not super pretty, but something that'll let the plows through and let the garbage get picked up without too much fanfare. And then we'll connect you here, and we'll connect you here, and between these 3 office runs, connecting road. That's okay, I think, for that zone. It does look a little bit weird now that we have these hard lines, considering they were built around our flood protection, which is no longer needed. But, you win some, you lose some. And we'll soon start developing this once we get some more population and can actually get tourists in here by ship or by plane. 26,000 by ship, we're not that far off. I'm hoping that this body of water will let us, well, either this river or this river will let us put a cruise ship dock in. We can do that maybe here in the bay, and then leave this kind of prettier area up on the corner. But we'll get there. Not quite there yet, but we'll get there. Education's still doing okay. Yeah. Power should be plenty. Yep, we're good. Water, heat's fine. Water availability is getting kind of low, and we'll put a second pumping station in. Eventually, I guess we'll need to relocate these pumping stations, because they'll be kind of in prime place. Maybe we'll put them up here. Yeah. We'll figure that out, I guess, once we get a bit closer. Might as well get the road out. Past our treatment plants, one of which is perilously low in the water. Oh man, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We've done pretty well for ourselves. We went from really being a monument to man's hubris with having all of this flooded out, huge swaths of the industrial zone flooded out, this whole highway submerged, as well as all this yellow space here, to having gotten rid of the flood, gotten the area kind of mostly rebuilt and rehabbed, have a plan now for this section of dirt that we had to buy as part of the solution to this problem. We're doing okay, all things considered. I mean, the real city itself isn't that big. We're still just in this little area here with our 23,000 people. We're actually losing. Why are we losing population? What are you upset about, Twitter? Let's see. Great city. Okay. Our vacation was extended. Okay. Recycling. Beautiful morning. Recycling. Noise. Okay. So garbage trouble and noise trouble. Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have noise, man. You bought a place in that building. You just need to live with your decision now. The garbage is just. I've never been able to resolve garbage problems in a way that I found satisfactory. Like, no matter what, it just turns into being. It doesn't all get picked up, and the only quote-unquote solution I can find to have it all picked up is to put a garbage burning station or a landfill in the zone that's having the problem, but then everybody hates it because it's noisy or polluting. Like, maybe I'm just fundamentally misunderstanding part of the mechanics of this game, but it really seems to me like we're just out of luck. With that, though, we've been going for about an hour. I think we're going to call it here for today, considering we got the big objective completed, which was to deal with the floodwater, and that's all fixed. We have our kind of cool new idea for expansion projects, and we have this whole hinterland area that we still want to figure out what to do with, as well as doing planning for the highway. It's really too bad there's no rail link. I wish I'd been paying a bit more attention to that with map selection. So I thought each map had a rail link, but I guess there's one over here, but it bypasses us entirely. So to hook into that rail network, I'd have to buy one of these zones, which is kind of annoying, all things considered. I have to buy that one and or this one and get these two, which doesn't give us a lot of landmass to work with. It gives us this little interchange island, which is mostly highway, pardon me, and the tip of this guy here, and the tip of this guy here, which I guess if we wanted to make a garbage island, we could do something like that. But I don't know, things to think about for sure. The good news is there is shipping going on over here, so maybe we'll be able to get the ferry service going. But yeah, thanks a lot for joining me today.